Hello and welcome to Easy English Podcasts. My name is Adam, and today I want to tell you something honest. If you are learning English or trying to do something difficult in your life, this story is for you. I speak slowly and clearly so you can understand every word. Please subscribe to this podcast and let's walk together on this journey. Now, let me tell you about a day when I almost gave up. It was a normal morning, or maybe not so normal. The sky outside was gray. No sun, no wind, no sound, just silence. The kind of silence that feels heavy, like a weight in the air. I woke up, but I didn't move. I just stayed in bed looking at the ceiling. Usually I would get up, make tea, open my notebook. But not that day. Something felt tired. Not my body, my mind. I didn't want to record anything. I didn't want to write. I didn't want to try. I closed my eyes again and told myself, just a few more minutes. But even after 10, 20, 30 minutes, I still didn't move. Thoughts started coming. Why are you doing this? Does anyone even listen? Is your voice really helping anyone? Maybe you're just wasting time. I tried to ignore them, but they were loud, not in sound, but in feeling, a quiet kind of doubt that slowly covers everything. I checked my phone. No new messages, no big news, just the usual silence of the internet. A few views on the podcasts, some likes, but nothing amazing, nothing exciting. I opened my last recording and listened. My voice sounded tired, or maybe it always sounded like that. I wasn't sure anymore. I closed the app, put the phone away, sat on the edge of the bed and looked at the floor. I asked myself, why did I start this? It wasn't for money or fame. It was for something deeper. I wanted to help people. I wanted to share. I wanted to grow. But today, I couldn't feel any of that. I stood up and walked to the kitchen. The kettle was still warm from the night before. I made tea, slowly. No music, no sound, just me and the steam rising from the cup. I sat by the window. The street was quiet. A dog barked in the distance. A bird flew by, alone. I watched, trying to feel something, anything. I remembered the first day I recorded. I was nervous but excited. I didn't know if anyone would listen, but I believed in something. Now, I wasn't sure what I believed in. I opened my notebook. It was half full. Words from weeks ago, ideas, sentences, messages to myself. On one page I had written, "Some days will feel empty. That doesn't mean you are failing. It means you are human." I read that line again, then again, and I realized I had written it for this moment, for today. Not for the good days, but for the hard ones. I didn't feel better right away, but I felt something small, a little light. Not enough to move mountains, but enough to move me, a little. I turned the page and picked up my pen. I wrote, "This morning I almost gave up, but I'm still here, and that's enough." I didn't know if I would record today. I didn't know if my words would come out, but I knew one thing. I was still here, still breathing, still feeling, still trying, and maybe that's what this whole journey is about. Not about always winning, not about always being strong, but about staying, choosing, continuing, even when it's quiet, even when no one claps, even when it feels like nothing is happening. I looked out the window again. The sky had not changed, but maybe I had. I stayed there by the window for a long time, watching, listening, thinking. I didn't force myself to feel better. I just let the quiet stay. I let the tea warm my hands. I let my thoughts move slowly, like clouds. And slowly, without pressure, a question came to me. Not from the outside, but from somewhere deep inside. It asked, if someone was listening right now, what would you say to them? I sat with that question, not trying to answer fast, just feeling it. I imagined a listener, not many, just one, a person sitting in their room, learning English, feeling tired, feeling unsure. Maybe they didn't sleep well. Maybe they're struggling with work or school or life. Maybe they're thinking of giving up, just like I was. And I thought, what if my voice could help them the way I wish someone would help me right now? I stood up, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. I opened my laptop. I plugged in my microphone. I sat down and closed my eyes. I breathed, slow, deep, present. Then I hit record. I didn't have a script. I didn't plan it. I just spoke. I said, hello. If you're listening to this right now, I want to tell you something simple, something honest. I almost didn't record today. I felt tired. I felt lost. I felt like maybe this didn't matter. But then I thought of you. I paused. I listened to my own breath. Then I continued. I thought of you, trying your best, listening slowly, learning step by step. And I remembered that we're in this together, you and me. We're both learning. We're both growing. We both feel tired sometimes. We both doubt ourselves, but we're still here. And I meant it, every word. I finished recording. I didn't even edit much. I kept the pauses, the silences, the imperfections. I wanted it to feel real, human. After uploading it, I didn't expect much. I closed my laptop and went outside. The air was fresh. The wind had picked up. A few leaves danced in the street, and I felt lighter. Not because the day was easy, but because I had stayed with it. I had met the discomfort, sat with the doubt, and still showed up. That night I got a message. It was short, just a few words. Thank you, Adam. I needed this today. I stared at the screen, and I smiled. That was it. That was enough. Sometimes we look for big signs, big changes, big numbers. But sometimes one quiet message can carry more weight than 1,000 views. Because it reminds you, you're not alone. And that can change everything. The next morning I woke up before the sun. Not because I had to, because I wanted to. I got up, made tea, sat by the window again. The same street, the same sky. But inside me, something was different. I didn't need a perfect reason. I didn't need a big goal. I just needed a quiet truth. I still care. And that's powerful. Because when you care, even a little, you begin again. Not to impress, not to prove, but to connect, to give, to grow. Every word you speak, every breath you take while listening, every small choice to stay present. That is growth. That is courage. That is the real kind of success. So if you're still here with me, listening until now, I want you to know something. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to always feel strong. You just have to stay, to breathe, to believe, just enough to take the next step, and then the next, and then the next. Because step by step, you are becoming fluent. You are becoming confident. You are becoming more of yourself, not in a loud way, but in a soft, steady, beautiful way. And I am proud of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for choosing to keep going, even when it's hard. If this story touched you, if it made you feel seen or calm or stronger, then please share it with someone who might need it too. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast so we can keep walking this quiet path together. One slow word at a time, one honest story at a time, one new beginning. Every day, you are not behind. You are not broken. You are already enough. Speaking slowly, feeling deeply, connecting quietly, and that is what learning is. That is what life is.